Greg Gumbel, the renowned CBS Sports anchor and commentator, has died at the age of 78. His family confirmed the news in a statement on Friday, saying, "It is with profound sadness that we share the passing of our beloved husband and father, Greg Gumbel. He passed away peacefully surrounded by much love after a courageous battle with cancer. Greg approached his illness like one would expect he would, with stoicism, grace, and positivity. He leaves behind a legacy of love, inspiration, and dedication to over 50 extraordinary years in the sports broadcast industry, and his iconic voice will never be forgotten. Greg's memory will forever be treasured by his family, dearest friends, colleagues, and all who loved him." Marcy and Michelle Gumbel. Gumbel served as a play-by-play announcer and studio host for CBS Sports, and previously spent several years on air for NBC Sports. He won legions of fans with his work hosting coverage ranging from the NFL Today to multiple Super Bowls and Olympic Games. In 2022, he celebrated his 50th year of broadcasting. Greg broke barriers and set the standard for others to follow. It is an extremely sad day for all of us at CBS Sports and the entire sports community. We will miss Greg dearly, and send our deepest condolences to his wife Marcy, daughter Michelle, and his entire family. The CBS Sports family is devastated by the passing of Greg Gumbel. There has never been a finer gentleman in all of television. He was beloved and respected by those of us who had the honor to call him a friend and colleague, said David Berson, the president and CEO of CBS Sports. A tremendous broadcaster and gifted storyteller, Greg led one of the most remarkable and groundbreaking sports broadcasting careers of all time. He was a familiar and welcoming voice for fans across many sports, including the NFL and March Madness, highlighted by the Super Bowl and Final Four. Berson said, "Gumbel was born in New Orleans on May 3, 1946, and grew up in Chicago. He graduated from Loras College in Dubuque, Iowa, in 1967. His younger brother, Bryant Gumbel, also rose to fame in broadcasting as host of NBC's Today Show and Real Sports with Bryant Gumbel on HBO. Greg Gumbel joined CBS Sports in 1989 after years of hosting and play-by-play duties for New York Knicks basketball and New York Yankees baseball for the Madison Square Garden Network, as well as 3 other weekly MSGN programs, which earned him a local Emmy Award. He also worked for ESPN, MAC-TV Chicago, where he won 2 local Emmys, and WFAN Radio in New York City. At CBS Sports, he hosted the NFL Today, the network's NFL pregame, halftime and post-game studio show, from 1990 to 93 and 2004 to 2005, including Super Bowl 26 in 1992, Super Bowl 47 in 2013, and Super Bowl 50 in 2016. He served as primetime anchor of CBS Sports coverage of the 1994 Olympic Winter Games, and as co-anchor of the network's weekday morning broadcasts of the 1992 Olympic Winter Games. He was also play-by-play announcer for regular season and postseason Major League Baseball, host of the 1990 MLB All-Star Game, college football broadcasts for CBS Sports, and host and play-by-play announcer for the College World Series for several years. He really was one of the greats. He just had a light touch, he had a wit about him and everyone loved working with him, said Leslie Visser, his longtime colleague at CBS Sports. Greg had an innate dignity that he brought to the table, she told CBS News in an interview Friday. In 1994, Gumbel went to NBC Sports. He hosted the pregame show for the 1994 Major League Baseball All-Star Game for 4 years, serving as host of the NFL on NBC pregame show and NBC's Super Bowl pregame shows in 1996 and 1998, and was a play-by-play announcer on NBC's Baseball Night in America. Gumbel also served as a play-by-play announcer for the NBA on NBC and hosted NBC's daytime coverage of the 1996 Olympic Summer Games in Atlanta. Gumbel returned to CBS Sports in 1998 as host and play-by-play announcer for college basketball and the NFL on CBS, where he teamed for 6 seasons with analyst Phil Simms. He called CBS's coverage of Super Bowls 35 and XXXVIII, at the time making him the first network broadcaster to call play-by-play and host a Super Bowl. Gumbel hosted the NFL Today for 2 seasons, before returning to the booth to team with Dan Dierdorf for 8 seasons, through 2013. He served as host of Inside the NFL on Showtime in 2014 alongside analysts Phil Simms, Boomer